Alright, hey, and welcome back. Today we're checking out Components Pinout. Components Pinout is an app that gives you reference information for boards and circuits so that when you're making stuff, you don't have to look up online what the pins and various things on the board mean. So let's go into an example board like the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B. So like if you were making something, normally what you'd have to do is look at all the pins, like they don't show you the pins over here, but like battery, Arduino Mega. So like if I were making something and I was connecting like an LED to one of these pins, I'd have to remember what these pins meant, which ones were digital, which ones were analog. You've got some down here that are ground and 5 volts. So this app clears all that up for you, gives you a nice picture so you can see everything right in front of you. And that way you don't have to keep searching things online. So the board I'm going to be using today is the Arduino Uno. And I'm going to be giving you a little example with the Samsung Galaxy Tab A8 2017. Very long name for a very old tablet. Used to be really great. Still kind of is if you root it. So I really like this diagram too. The Arduino Uno looks fantastic. But let's switch to tablet mode. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm about to set up a circuit on an Arduino. I've already loaded the Blink sketch to the Arduino and I've edited the code so that the LED will be powered by the 11th digital pin on the Arduino. So in order to do that, I have to wire it up. So I've plugged in the Arduino into the tablet to get power, and now I'm referencing Components Pinout to see exactly which pin to plug it into. So I'm just marking it with the stylus to show which pin. It looks like pin 11 actually is capable of PWM capabilities, which is pulse width modulation. So I could have done some fancy stuff with this particular pin. However, in this scenario, I'm just giving a very basic example. So there I am plugging the pin into digital pin 11, and now I'm about to plug in ground. I'm switching the wires because the longer cable is better for ground. But so there's digital pin 11, and here's ground. Now this LED was ridiculously dim, so I had to turn off all of my lights in order to demonstrate that it was working, and I'll do that in just a moment. Of course, after I get the pin in there. You do have to be careful when plugging stuff into an Arduino because you can easily bend those wires. And I recommend buying extra wires too, it helps a lot. If you look really closely, you can see that it is actually glowing. So this was just to give you an example. If you're doing like a really simple project and you wanted to know exactly what each pin does, you can plug stuff in correctly. Components Pinout is perfect for that. It has all kinds of board reference, all kinds of circuit reference, and all kinds of component reference. So you can know exactly what you're doing with every single part.